So here in this part, I'm just showing you guys the paper that I ended up using for my bouquet. It's supposed to be like a white, clear, supposedly like plastic wrapping paper type of thing for the bouquet. But the thing is that it wasn't like clear. Like, I mean, it kind of looked like a matte clear. So because I thought it was kind of like plain and boring, I instead chose to stamp it with like a rubber stamper thingy. So the design that the rubber stamp thing had was butterflies. I tried looking for like different size butterflies, but the little stamp things were kind of pricey, and then these are like, you know, the measurements of the paper as well. So anyways, so back again. So I ended up just getting this one since I had three different, like, I guess, sizes of butterflies and poses, I guess, that it was doing. So I just chose to do that with the gold ink. Why did I choose gold? I don't know. I just thought it looked nice. And also because I had seen that there was some wrapping paper like this for the bouquets, and it was a little pricey, so instead I just decided to do my own. I also ended up putting tissue paper in there as well, just to make it pop a little, add a little bit more color. Here I'm just showing you guys that I just decided to use the leftover butterflies that I had made out of money that I had used on the other video that you guys had seen, of how I ended up making the money origami butterflies and the flowers for the money lay. So yep, just how you guys see here, I ended up using those same clear little rubber bands just to secure it on the skewer stick. And then this is the day when I ended up getting the flowers, which is probably 2 to 3 days before graduation. So now this is a different day. Here I'm just using one of the wrapping papers that my sister had got for her bouquet, and I just put that on here to use it kind of like a table cover, you know, just so the flowers didn't touch the bare table. Anyway, so here what I'm doing is I'm separating the flowers, you know, taking them out of the rubber bands that they usually come in, and I'm going to start cutting the ends of the stems just so, you know, they can get a fresh drink of water once I put them in the vase. So here I am just separating them, making sure I lay them down one by one or two at a time, but being gentle though, because you don't want to be too rough with them, because the petals will end up coming off. I also did end up taking off some of the leaves that I thought that were either like dying, or it just seemed like it was just too much for me. When I like make bouquets, or if I get bouquets, like even like the ones that you buy at the store, like at Walmart or Target or wherever, I don't like putting them in a vase with the plastic wrappings, because I feel like the plastic wrapping kind of suffocates them, and also the rubber bands that are, you know, makes them like be tied together. I cut it off, and then I just let the flowers just spread around in their vase. But I do end up taking off all of the leaves just because I don't like how it looks so like crushed and crowded in the vase. I just like them just to have, you know, like a bare little stem, and then obviously, you know, the petals. But yep, so here I am cutting the other flowers, the carnations. I think that's what they're called. And in Spanish they're called claveles. So I'm guessing these are carnations, and if not, then I don't know. I don't really know my flowers besides roses. But anyways, so here I am just trying to put them together. I first wanted to make like a pattern of like doing pink, red, but then later on I realized that I didn't have a lot of the pink flowers. So instead I just ended up just getting the little pink flowers and putting those in the center of the bouquet, and then just trying to put the red roses around it. But since I did end up having a lot of the red roses, those kind of took over, so there was more red than the actual pink. But it's okay. I mean, I just ended up getting, you know, the two colors that my niece had said that she liked, which was the light pink and then red. I don't know if you guys can see those little like gold little circles at the very right side of the screen next to the baby's breath. I was supposed to put some of those in the bouquet as well, but because this day, which is the day of the graduation, and this was probably like what, 2 hours before the graduation actually started, because I was in such a hurry of trying to put my bouquet together, since it took me mostly like all day to figure out how to do my sister's, which was the Ramo buchón, which was the one with the money and then the chocolates. It took most of my time to do that, so I didn't really get to like focus on making mine how I wanted to. So instead, you know, I got my bouquet ready, whatever. And then once we were gonna walk out, I seen those little gold circles, and I was like, oh man, I was gonna stick those in there too. So then that way, you know, that gold could make the golden butterflies that I had like stamped on the wrapping paper stand out. But whatever, maybe I can do this next time. But anyways, here I am realizing that the pattern that I wanted to make with the red and the pink wasn't gonna work out. So here I am just bunching up all the pink ones together, and then I start, you know, going around them with the red ones. And then after I put the red roses around it, then I end up getting the baby's breath and then just putting them around. I believe I try to use a rubber band. I don't know if I did end up using a rubber band and then taping them together, or if I just ended up using the tape to just, like, you know, hold the shape of the bouquet. And then I later on just started like wrapping them around with the the white tissue paper, and then the clear, well, it's not clear, the butterfly plastic wrapping paper thing. And then just to hold it together, again, just wrapped it with tape at the bottom. And then I did end up just putting them in a vase, since they were like real flowers, and it was kind of hot this day, so I didn't want them to, like, you know, die soon. So that vase, I just ended up covering it with the extra butterfly paper that I had. So in total, it was 4 of the golden butterfly wrapping paper thing or whatever that I ended up doing the stamps on. But since those wrapping papers are pretty big, I only needed to use 3 to cover the bouquet. And then the last one, which was the 4th paper, I just used that one to cover the vase, so you couldn't really see the stems of the flower like poking out. But I mean, either way, this was like the easiest bouquet for me to do, and then it was the fastest too, because there wasn't a lot to do to it. Like the money one was kind of a headache, because I had to like figure out how to put it to where it ends up making the figure, I guess, just like, you know, making it just expand or whatever. But I enjoyed making them both. So anyway, so to like finish off, you know, this bouquet, I just ended up sticking the skewers with the butterflies just in like random little spots, and that was it. Another reason too why I chose to put the pink, I think they're carnations in there. They're not carnations, I'm sorry, but the pink ones. I chose to get those, one, because of the color, because it was the only light pink flowers that were there. And then 2, because these little flowers, they end up lasting for a really, really long time. So the roses, those ones, they only last for like, what, maybe like a week? Maybe a week and a half. If you do take care of them, like changing their water, like, I don't know, maybe every like 2 to 3 days. But the pink ones though, I know those ones, like I've had some of those that have lasted me for at least a month, until they start like withering away, and then they just eventually like die. And then the roses, well, I just ended up getting red roses just to give them to my niece, so then that way she knows that she doesn't have to wait for, you know, a special someone in her life to give her roses. Because, I mean, come on, every girl should get roses once in their lifetime and not have to wait for someone special to give them to them. But anywho, and then the little baby's breath, I chose to use those because they're, I don't know, I feel like those little flowers, they kind of make like the flower bouquets look a little more like fancier and like a little more dramatic, I guess. I don't know, but I like them though. Okay. So this quick little part here of the video, I'm going to show you guys how I folded the wrapping paper on the flowers for the bouquets. So as you guys can see, it's like a square. So what I did was, so I grab this end, whichever end you want, place it right here towards the middle a little bit. Oh, it's actually 2 papers, even better. Okay, again, it's a square. Don't mind the mess on the table. I noticed that on the video before this one with the Ramo buchón. I didn't show you guys how I did it, so I'm showing you now. So you got that. Make sure this corner's over here. So like so. You guys see how it is this way with this one and this one. And then you're gonna grab this end and put it right here. Just like that. Doesn't really matter how it looks, honestly, because once it's on the bouquet, it's gonna move anyways. So this is what it ends up looking, and then obviously you'll have your bouquet. You'll get it upside down. So let's pretend like this is the bouquet. So this is where the flowers are at, and then you're gonna put the flowers upside down, and then you got your paper, and you're gonna put it kind of like towards the middle of like the stems of the flower. So it'll go like that, and then you'll get it, and you'll turn it, and then you'll have your flowers like so. Done, obviously depending on however many of the wrappers you want to use, wrappings, wrappers, whatever. So then I'm gonna show you guys with a tissue paper, whatever. Just get it again, square. The tissue paper, these ones are kind of hard because it's not really a square, it's more like a rectangle kind of. So again, the same. So you grab it, put that corner over here. Sometimes it won't do like the little pointy corners like on the outside like it did on the plastic one. It's okay. You get it. And then grab that one. Don't put it right there. See? There's the same thing too. This way. That way. So again with the return bouquet. So this would be the part where the flowers are at. And this is where the stem is at. So turn the flowers upside down. Put it right here where the stems are out a little bit. And then it would look like that. Then like you guys seen in the other ones, is how I have them. So it was like this. So it would be like that. So this is just a quick little tutorial, I guess, or whatever, in this part of the video of how I ended up putting the wrapping things around the bouquets. So this part in this video, what I ended up doing now is that I ended up using the white tissue paper to wrap it around the bouquet first, so then that way it was easy for the butterflies to actually pop and show on the so-called matte clear white paper or plastic wrapping paper. But anyway, so after I ended up putting the white tissue paper around the bouquet, I ended up securing it with tape. So went around it a couple times to just tighten it up a little. And then after doing that, that's when I ended up adding the plastic wrapping paper with the butterflies. And that also, I ended up using the tape to tighten it so that it wouldn't move. And then after doing that, you guys will see that I placed them on the vase. I believe I ended up covering the vase after putting the flowers in it. So using the fourth plastic wrapping paper with the butterflies, to just use that to like hide a little bit the vase so you couldn't really see it. So here in this part, I just ended up putting the bouquet right side up so you guys can see what it looks like once it's done with the wrapping. After placing the bouquet in the vase, I later on ended up using tape to tape up the wrappings somewhat a little bit together, so then that way they wouldn't really like be falling down, I guess. And then after that, that's when I ended up placing the butterflies on it just to finish off the bouquet. So here now, what I ended up doing was that I had to take out the bouquet so that I could cut the stems, because they were a little too tall and it wasn't letting the bouquet actually like sit right in the vase, so that way it didn't move as much. But after trimming them, it sat there well, and then I just ended up taping the wrappings up so that they wouldn't drag down. Y ya luego las butterflies las pongo. Pienso que tal vez vamos a ir así se balancea. Mamá, ¿me dices si se viene lo que estamos haciendo?
Sí, bien. Está bien centrado.
Tengo que pararme para hacer esto. ¿Sí se vieron todavía?
Sí.
Las flores. Y no sé cómo. Ah, no, ahí va la de esta.
¿Qué?
La. Ay, mamá, no puedo.
¿Te quedas muy apretado?
Yeah, la de esta. ¿Es globo? Solo que quedan así.
Así está bien ya. Quedan como que están volando ahí, como que no están detenidas en nada.
Está rompiendo el papel.
Es que métete más para adentro. Ándale, como que vas así. No recta. Ándale. Ahí va. Se mira como que se ve un pastel.
Es que está muy grande el florero, está muy.
Se mueve.
Yeah.
Pues sí, pero para tener uno también especial. Se mira bonito. No, pues ya, esto lo terminaste más pronto que el primero. Mira porque se mira bien bonito esto. ¿Sacaste la muestra de ahí o nomás tú?
No, esto es mi idea.
Se miran las mariposas ahí entre las flores.
Sí, claro, sí. Entonces no.
No, hombre.
Está bien grandote. No más. Yo pensé que era el little one.
Solo que te lo lleves. No, pero no se va a inflar para que se quede en el aire. ¿Eh?
¿No? O así.
No, para nada.
Like a little one. Porque no se me puedo esconder.
No, eso sale sobrando si te la llevas en la mano.
O aquí.
Ay, se la dejas para su fiesta que lo van a hacer. Pues se va.
Y
¿Cómo le pegan los perritos?
así aquí, al plástico con plástico. So, si no puedes así, mucho como este, así. Porque quede plástico con plástico.
Más rápido.
Siento que ya con eso.
¿Ya?
Con ese que estás cortando ahorita. How much do you think somebody would pay for this?
I'd say like
It's,
I don't know, just kind of shooting one in the ballpark. I guess like 100.
yeah.
What do you think, babe?
A ver si con eso está chido.
Yeah.
About right.
Pero tienen que sacar cuentas también de cuánto te cuestan las flores.
Because people mainly charge you for labor, materials. I don't know.
You're gonna be making flowers.
I would if I had a space where to do this. I would. I know.
Maybe a 612.
Hey, does this look funny?
No,
Because it's hella big.
no.
No,
Just stick it on there.
it's embarrassing. Shouldn't be so embarrassed.
Mira lo que le pusieron a esta muchacha.
You gotta make her be like, I don't know these people.
She probably is.
That's when you scream that I was gonna
Let's see.
¿Va a pegar con algo?
Okay.
Oh, but I don't know what I should have done. Bought an air horn and just go, baby.
Sí.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
You have an air horn?
No.
No.
Aquí. ¿Y qué decir? O aquí. No, así que no. Porque va a ir así.
Pues sí que no tape las flores. Más larga, ¿no? No, para que quede macizo porque si no, no se va a poder detener también. Con ese o... Nomás no matarte las florecitas. No se va a detener porque está muy pesado. Ay, sí, sentí que me rentaron también. No, antes de que el botín estaba parado ahí, sentí que me hicieron así. ¿Lo vas a cerrar? ¿Ya?
Maybe uno más.
Sí, se perdió la punta.
Babe,
Huh?
go to the room and go get my lace.
Your what?
My lace.
Alright.
They're in the closet.
Okay.
Colgados.
They're hanging in the closet.
Okay.
My room closet.
Ahí está. Te la puedes llevar en la mano y ya llegando ya se la acomodas. Para que... Ah,
No, pues no lo sé.
¿qué haces?
¿Qué puede, pues? Esto iba a usar para escribirlo.
Pero pues ya. No, pues ya no es tiempo.
¿Tú crees que quepan los dos?
No.
¿Quién está más?
Solamente que pongas primero la descarga. ¿Te la pongo?
Tengo que tissue paper y una bola de candy.
O sea, también. Ponle la mano.
So I tried to take like a quick little close-up video of it, but I then realized that the video came out a little crappy because I was too close to the bouquets. I mean, I tried to give you guys somewhat of a good look of what both of them looked like once they were done. I was in a hurry, and I do apologize if this video wasn't as I guess you can say as entertaining or perfect like other people who do their bouquets and stuff. I'm still learning, still trying. My first time actually doing something like this on my own. But overall, the purpose of doing both of these was to surprise my niece. And of course, she loved them. She was surprised. And she was excited and happy and receiving all of the gifts. Her bouquets, her leis, and everything else she got on her 8th grade graduation. Or I could say promotion. But either way, she loved them. And I'm happy she did. And I would do this all over again. But of course, with time and not last minute as these two were made. But overall, thank you guys for watching my videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye.